Well, good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to what is an exciting time for Michigan State and our community. I'd like to start with a few thank yous. First and foremost, to our current football student athletes. You fought through a year of adversity. You showed up every day. You've given maximum effort, and you've made us all proud. Thank you to our Board of Trustees for allowing me to do a thorough search. Thank you to President Teresa Woodruff for providing support through this process. And an extra thank you to our passionate alums and our donors and the entire Michigan State community. Throughout the season, you've proven your loyalty was incredible. Your support was incredible, even in times of adversity. And when I was out doing this search, the candidates spoke about the loyalty of the Michigan State fan base. It did have an impact on our candidate search. And finally, thank you to the athletic department. This search was a consuming process. And you all continue to do the great work we do in Spartan Athletics. We had a great fall, and our winter programs are off to a great start. I'd like to thank a few individuals separately. Kristen Mackley, Cody Cox, Matt Larson, Ashton Henderson, Epiphany Clark, and Jennifer Smith. And Jennifer, thank you so much for your teamwork and dealing with me. She's somewhere out here. But Jennifer kept me on task. I kind of got off a little bit, and we've done some really good teamwork together. I would not have been able to complete this process without Jennifer Smith, so thank you. At the beginning of this process, I had conversations with three key stakeholder groups: a key group of donors and alums, a key group of alumni, former student athletes that included Steve Smith, Lorenzo White, Benny Fowler, Kirk Cousins, and Jimmy Ray, and 14 current student athletes. It was from those conversations that we developed the criteria for the search process. Many of the same priorities emerged across the three groups. They wanted a man of character, someone who would develop authentic relationships and cares about their players on and off the field. They wanted someone who would be committed to building something special, recruiting student athletes, and developing them as players and people. They wanted someone who would engage the community, motivating not just the student athletes, but the greater community, the fan base, and program stakeholders. And they wanted a coach with a proven track record, experienced coaching in big games and at the Power 5 level, and with a vision for what's required to have success at MSU. Finally, in my conversations with the football student athletes and alums, both current and past, they stressed the importance of someone who believed in football should be tough, physical, and innovative, building on the history of what MSU has traditionally been, from Biggie to Duffy to Perlis and to my guy, Coach D'Antonio. Tough, physical football has always been a part of Spartan football. As I mentioned at the beginning of the search process, we would be thorough, with approximately 12 candidates interviewing at least once. There was tremendous interest in this position. Michigan State is absolutely viewed as a great job in college football. It was over the course of this process and with a focus of the established criteria that Jonathan Smith emerged as our leading candidate. First, he can obviously coach. Pac-12 Coach of the Year in 2022. 3 straight bowl games. 18-7 over the last 2 seasons. His style of play will connect with Spartan fans. Over the last few weeks, I've watched a lot of late Saturday night Pac-12 games. And I appreciate the way his teams play. His teams are tough and physical, but also creative in their play calling and their schemes. He's committed to developing student athletes as players and men, understanding that's their process and it requires hard work and there are no shortcuts. And there's a genuine care for the student athletes as people. That was evident during the search process. The other thing that stood out is how much he spoke about community and his family investment in the community. It's no secret that Tom and Lupe Izzo and their family are the standard of community investment. But Jonathan spoke about it too. And getting to meet Candace and the family, it's clear it's a priority for them as well. I could immediately see them fitting in our Spartan family. His family roots are out west, but there's no doubt in my mind that Jonathan and Candace, Robert, Bella, and Charles will quickly make East Lansing their home. Over the course of the process, not only did we develop a connection, but came to realize we had a common understanding of what we wanted to achieve in the vision for Spartan football. I followed up with a number of people in the college football industry, and to a person, they echoed the same thing I was seeing. And Coach D'Antonio was a great sounding board through this process. He did his own research and came back with similar information. And Jonathan also spoke with Coach Izzo. And they had dinner Sunday, and I sat next to them, and I listened to their conversation with a smile on my face, knowing we got the right guy. So to the entire Smith family, welcome to our Spartan family. Thank you for believing in Michigan State University and Spartan athletics. To Candace, Robert, Bella, and Charles, thank you for sharing your dad and your husband. We couldn't be more excited for what the future holds. And so without delay, please welcome Jonathan Smith as the 26th coach of Spartan football.